Hey Jasmine, I think it's that time again.
What time?
Time for some movie and TV news from Nerdlocker.
Oh, sweet.
So it looks like we got a little bit of villain news for Captain America 2. One of the co-writers is really dead set on including M.O.D.O.K into this whole universe, which I think is kind of cool. I think that would be really cool. And he wants Peter Dinklage of Game of Thrones and Elf to play him.
Yeah,
How sweet would that be?
you know, I've said it before, Marvel Studios wins every time. So
True.
If they approve it, I'm sure they'll do it in an awesome way that we will all enjoy.
Well, I don't think they're going to improve it. It's what he wants to do.
Yeah.
What they're saying is that it's going to be like a Winter Soldier story for the next
see,
one.
that would
Probably
be- that's what I figured.
that would be way awesome, way better than M.O.D.O.K. But M.O.D.O.K would be cool, especially with Peter Dinklage. I think he could totally.
And we got to think too, this next Captain America movie is going to be modern day. So you're.
It might not. Well, yeah, it's going to.
I mean, you're going to have to change the whole world of Captain America. I mean, you're going to get him in the Avengers, but he's going to have his own standalone. I think M.O.D.O.K would be cool. I really hope they go with Winter Soldier. I figured that's
Winter
what they
Soldier
were
would be
setting
better
up
for
with.
2. Yeah, it'd be better for 2, and then maybe with 3, having an established universe, like introduce AIM in the second one, and AIM builds M.O.D.O.K, and boom, there we go. We have a 3rd movie.
But I think the casting's great. I could see that fit.
Peter Dinklage? Yeah,
Perfect.
totally. He has that, sorry to say it, facial structure, the M.O.D.O.K in the
like
comic
a
books.
giant.
And,
But
I don't know if that's a great thing, but
I'm with you.
Yeah.
But let us know what you guys think. Agree? Disagree? Comments.
So a few episodes ago, we told you that maybe, and we were crossing our fingers on this one, Spike Lee was going to be adapting the Oldboy script from the original 2003 Korean film. Turns out they are doing it, and
Josh Brolin has been casted as the lead.
I can't believe this.
I think that's awesome.
I know, I love this. I love this
Yeah.
news. Josh Brolin is fantastic for the series, but I mean, wow, I can't believe this is going to be made into an American film.
You know what? It was definitely one of the foreign films that I watched, and when that movie ended, I always thought there was no way this will be put into an American film and still be just as controversial and good. But
It's Spike Lee.
so
It's Spike
I'm
Lee.
hoping it's the same storyline and everything.
If anything, if Spike Lee bleeds anything, it's controversial. That's for
Absolutely.
sure. That's for sure. So he can definitely do this movie. But I have to admit, I'm not on board yet. I mean, not
it's
because I
only
don't
the-
think Spike Lee can do it. I just don't think this should be made into an American version. It's perfect
Now,
the way it is.
I'm with you. I've always complained about remakes and stuff like that. This is definitely a film that I never thought needed to be remade just because it was foreign. But the names behind it give me a little more hope for it than it would just hearing that Oldboy is going to be made into an American film. So, I mean, I definitely trust Spike Lee.
Yeah.
I love what he does. Josh Brolin's an incredible actor. So, I mean, I think it has potential, but I'm with you. I don't think it needed to be made.
And my biggest question is this Oldboy, as we know, is the second in the Vengeance series. So where they're going to go with that in the American version, what does that mean? Are we going to then make a prequel or what? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just confused about what they really see the future for this, you know?
Well, you know, and it is Spike Lee though too. Maybe he might just do the one and drop it, and then maybe someone else will pick it up, or it'll just be that, and that'll be all we have is just Oldboy.
I like the idea.
Yep, me too.
Okay, so guess what Sly Stallone movie they want to give a sequel to?
Driven?
God, no.
Assassins?
No.
Rambo?
Third time's a charm.
What?
The writer from the Conan the Barbarian movie, Sean Hood, apparently met with him twice last year, and he gave him a book, apparently, and like about 20 pages of script that he had actually written
Nice.
to help him make this movie. So I still don't know how I feel about it.
It's been a while. Apparently, it's going to have more of a Unforgiven feel. Clint Eastwood's classic Western tale of a once awesome gunslinger that has since retired, doesn't want to harm anyone. He's thrown back into it. He has to do it to save his life, to save his family. So
It sounds like Old Man Logan.
Old Man Logan is pretty much Unforgiven, but with
okay.
Wolverine. It's sweet. I mean, they're awesome stories. They're both equally awesome, but with Rambo, Sylvester Stallone giving it a shot, I think it'll work.
Not my era.
It's a dumb action movie.
Not my generation.
Yeah, it's a Vietnam thing, and
Yeah.
he's like a Vietnam vet. And, Whatever, it's cool though. I mean, it's still on. He's all done up now though. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
So Steven, X-Men First Class comes out on DVD next week.
Yes, it does.
I'm glad one of us is excited for that. Apparently on the DVD there's a bunch of cool special features including the deleted scenes, one of which is with Michael Fassbender and Zoe Kravitz. And we all remember when they were recruiting mutants and they showed each other their powers. This one is with Professor Xavier showing her his powers, and he dresses Magneto up in drag.
I mean, I get why they took it out, because, you know, they had to cut out certain scenes to be able to make time, but that would have been such a funny
That would
scene.
have been much better to see.
Yeah, because, I mean, the whole floating over it was cool and all, but it would have been nice to just have that kind of, like, humorous little piece in the middle where it's just all of a sudden he's all dressed as a woman, you're just like, ha, nice. And so, I mean, it sucks that they took it out, but it's cool that we're going to be able to see in the deleted scene, so I'm excited.
I agree. I think a bunch of fan fiction writers are going to have tons of material for the next few years after seeing this scene, so I'm very excited.
That makes me shiver.
Oh, God.
So, if you haven't seen it, Hellraiser Revelations, the trailer is online. Let me put a little footnote in that they are remaking Hellraiser, so hopefully that'll be better. But this is a sequel? A sequel of,
Tier.
well, I think Clive said it best.
Yeah, so Barker is none too happy about this direct-to-video addition to the Hellraiser series. And if you've seen the last couple of direct-to-video Hellraiser movies, they really don't have anything to do with Pinhead or the Cenobites, nothing to do with them at all. So this should come as no surprise, but for some reason this has really angered Clive Barker. And to quote him on his Twitter account, he says, "I want to put on record that the flick out there using the word Hellraiser is no F-King child of mine. I have nothing to do with the F-King thing. If they claim it's from the mind of Clive Barker, it's a lie. It's not even from my butthole." End quote.
Couldn't have said it any better. It really is impressive that he came out and said that.
Yeah, good for him, because when you've made something that really, I mean, the original Hellraiser film is a great movie. You know, it's not just a horror film, it did a lot for the genre, and it's just a really good piece of art. And everything that has come out since has been a little worse, a little worse, a little worse, and the last couple, again, like I said, they have nothing to do with the original idea and with the mythos of the Cenobites. So this new one, again, you know, good for Barker. I'm proud of him.
And as a side note, we have researched a little bit and found out that Dimension, who is releasing this film, our belief is that they have to release a film in order to keep the rights, which is, to me, the only reason why they would make this thing.
Makes sense.
And on another side note, Clive Barker has returned to the Hellraiser world in comic book form. And he's writing the new series, and it's really, really good. I highly recommend you go pick it up.
All right, that's going to do it for TV and movie news. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube page. I'm Jasmine.
And I'm Brandon, and we'll see you next week for even more movie and TV news.